The cleaning of the moth closet has begun. And actually, I'm not doing it. Brother Moth, which is hubby, he is learning to dye wool. I am teaching him. He's my first student. And he is doing a wonderful job. These were all dyed by him. Bring this over. Isn't that nice? He does very well. And it helps me because I'm teaching him. And I noticed some things that I would never have put in my teaching videos. Just simple things that need to be in there because I've been dyeing so long that I forget the basic things that I need to tell everyone. So he's been dyeing wool. This is the end of my old quilts. He actually dyed these as well. So we're going to do bundles. Well, actually, I'm not going to do the bundle. This is all his work. He's doing everything. I have started designing my patterns. I've drafted 3 of my patterns for the pattern club, and I'm soon going to start stitching them up. So while I'm doing that, he has the dye pots and the cutting knife, and he is doing all this. So this is going to be listed on my website. The Subtle Basket, Stitches of the Past. And what he's doing is a bundle of quilt and fabrics. No wool in this one. And it is 15 ounces. I want it just under a pound because Avery's going to do the shipping. And once that gets up above 16 ounces, it's quite a jump in the cost for postage. So for this one, I'm going to open the package and go through it with you. Now, no packages are going to be identical. There are going to be some big quilted pieces like this. This, you remember, the quilt that Felix was sitting on in the living room. Well, this is the quilt. It's pretty much the same on both sides, but it's pretty darn good. Now, we're not going to, or he's not going to, do it as a sort of a kit type thing and have seconds. He's just going to take pieces at random. See, now, I would do that as a second, but he's just going to put it in because you can use so many other parts of it. And you can use the other side. So, there will be quilted pieces. There will be just the, just a sec, so I'll get that. There will be just pieces that have not been quilted, but they are a quilt. They were a tied quilt. He actually has some of those today. He has a tied quilt that he's taking apart and cutting and pressing. And he has a quilted one too. So there is a lot more than what I'm showing here on the table. I've taken some pictures and I'll post them, but I don't want to pack these up and put them away. So it will give him something to do, and he's enjoying it. So this is one bundle. Now I'm going to see if I can put my camera down a little bit so you can see. It's a bit shaky. And this bundle has a piece of this. It's got the black marks on one side, but this side is quite good. And with these quilts, you will and be forever picking, because some of them don't have actually a bat in them. It's I think it would have been a wool bat, because it's not like our regular bats. Now, there are some places where there are some bad spots. The really, really bad ones he didn't put in. But there again, the other side. And these would be really nice. There's some small ones that would be really nice for hearts and things like that. And again, now, what I'm showing you may not be in a bundle that you purchase. This one is interesting because, I don't know if you can see it, the stitches, the thread looks like string. It doesn't look like mercerized threads that we would quilt with today. And that one's pretty good, you know, little bumpy humps, but and little tiny ones. And this is the filling. I don't know if you could see it, and it just goes everywhere. I'm not sure what it is. It probably is a wool, but there's a piece there. Another one. There are quite a few small pieces, and it does fray. He should have cut that off. He didn't. I do have to watch him, though. He's in the other room, so I can't talk very loud. This was a wedding ring quilt. It was really difficult to cut up, but these would make like hearts, pin cushions, all sorts of little bowl fillers, you call them. Now, there's one, and this is actually, I think, a piece of one of the cottons that I have. But they are very nice. Oh, this one is a good one to show the stitches. Can you see that here? The stitches? Really nice. And this one has a piece out. Now, if it were me, I would include that in the design, because it just adds to the look of age. It is old, but and it's aged, but to have that on a piece, just, it makes it look more special to be a very old piece. And people may not even realize that it's not vintage antique made. That's a nice one. And he doesn't use an iron. I have a Singer steam press. It does. It's just, it presses those with all, so nice. It's really nice. So that is the quilted pieces. Now, there are all quilted pieces in that. There are not any, when I go through, I'll show you, without the batting. But in some kits there will be. Then there are these, which are good for backs. This has a design on it. This was an old tablecloth. Let's see, can you see that? I don't know. The lighting isn't too good here, but it has a design on it. There, you can see that. Really nice for backing, and they match, of course. More backing. This has see if we can see that. I don't know. Has a different type of design, but the tablecloths are really good for backing. This was, oh, I have a visitor. Oh. I have a visitor. Go down. This was a tablecloth that was embroidered. And when he cut it, he just cut those little pieces. More of the tablecloth. These are for small candle mats, little mug things, whatever. This was from the quilt that had the shirt and the pocket. And this is really a make-do because she stitched it in black thread. And she didn't cut it. It's uneven. She has a piece of patterned cotton there. She has the original seam from the garment, which was probably the shirt. So that's a real treasure. And there again, not every bundle will have that in. It's just, and then this is another piece from that quilt. So there's quite a bit in a bundle. Then there are going to be some cotton pieces. And I've age dyed these as well. And this one's quite large. Some of them are small. This one's quite large. And this, I had intended to use this for a binding. There's some places, he didn't cut them out, but you can position and cut around it. You may even want to put that on something. Depends on how primitive you would like to go. Another piece that's quite good. These were all backs from the quilts that I took apart. This is it's a rectangle type thing. Oh, excuse me. This is from the dress. Remember the red dress that I showed? And that is everything that you get for a bundle. And it's going to be like Christmas morning when you open it. So all of this is in the bundle. And that's the Stitches from the Past bundle. I am going to name them, give them each a different name, depending on what's in them, because later on we're going to have just a lot of backings. I have so many tablecloths that I'm going to use, and then we have some lace and trims, and so bundles will still have their name. Now, the other bundle that I'm listing today on my website is the wool bundle. And this is how much is in the wool bundle. I know these are going to go fast. This is a very good deal for bundles, for wool. For my wool, everything is old and vintaged. Now, there are some blankets that have these little white things. Some you can pick off, but they are in the wool. they come off, but they're in there. And I think that is from years, because it happened to me with some of my clothing. I was using a chenille bedspread, and the chenille, the little bits and things rub off and go into the wool if you're wearing anything wool. And I think just over time it was just washed and that's what it was. And then of course that also could be like with the quilts, it could be the things that we're picking off, and it got the quilts were damaged and it got on the blankets. Okay, so this is all one bundle. Again, the bundles are not going to be exactly these shades. They're all going to be a bit different, but there is so much here. Doesn't he do a wonderful job cutting and pressing those? That's amazing. I should have known he had that talent sooner. This is another one with the white specks in it. Beautiful wool though. Really nice. And again, these were blues, baby blues, pinks, baby green type, off-white. There was a burgundy. There was a darker royal type blue and pink. These were, I think these were white, I'm not sure. This is a lot of wool in a bundle. When I sold wool bundles, I would say this is twice as much in a bundle as I've sold. But this is just under a pound, trying to go for 15 ounces. I need to teach him how to do that really mottled look. He had a bleeder, and he got some mottled wool from that. But not the really bold, I would say. This was the bleeder. I can just get a piece and show you. I will be right back. I'm just getting wool. Trying to show you the befores. At least some of them. Some of them are already gone. There's the colors. This was the bleeder. And this and this is the same. But I would never have thought to even test that to bleed. It's usually the reds that, sometimes a blue or a green, but now this is what they were before. Not all of them. Some of the colors have gone. And this is what I am teaching him. And there's another. These are the ones with the white in them after they're dyed. And you can even see it. So I think that was from bedclothes when they were used. So these are what he begins with. A couple more colors. There's a green that's not here. And all of those is what he takes out of the die pot. So that is what I will be teaching you, not on my first pattern club. You see, it just sticks to everything. Not on my first pattern club, but the first one is going to be onion dye. Onion dye is a little bit different, but it's so versatile and easy, quick, simple. Now, this was the Mad Hatter. This was the Suttles basket. Checkmate. And then, if you remember, I don't have one done up. I had this really nice wool. It was the one with the big label, and then the really nice block to go with it in a bundle. It was good wool, or early wool, or something like that. Some of these have sold. And what I'm going to do is, I'm taking these off. They're not going to be on. Same with the early wool. If you have purchased one, I'm topping it up with wool that's already in there. But some of the old quilt pieces I'm going to put in to be under a pound. So I did check the weight, and this is a bit over 8 ounces. So you're going to get double. You've already paid for them, and they're going to be shipped, but I'm going to treat them the same as the bundles, under a pound. So I just want to let you know. So you may not want to order these because you'll have some of this in with the ones you've already purchased. So I think that's it. I will link to my website. It's not fancy, but it's just to sell and for the Pattern Club. And these will be on later today.